Hi there, this is Aldea, and today I'm gonna give you my full review of the Sinful Echoes and Pigment of the Arcane collection. This is what the palette looks like. As usual, I'm gonna give you swatches here. I really loved this color story as soon as I saw it, so I wanted to try it. And there are some singles as well, so the singles are these four. All of these are from Sinful Echoes, but these are the ones from this collection. I tried every shade from the palette and from the singles. I really want to have a full review. This is not the first, my first try of Sinful Echoes. This is the first one you're gonna see because this is the first one that I'm gonna post. But actually I also tried the Lotus Bloom palette alongside some singles. As this collection is more recent, I wanted to post this one first. So I hope it's not too confusing when you see the next video, because in the next one I'm gonna say that is the first time that I tried the brand. Whatever. I also already knew the collaborator, Pigments of the Arcane. I follow her on Instagram and on YouTube as well, even though she doesn't post very often. And I really love her vibe. She's really has a really witchy vibe, which I think is a perfect match for Sinful Echoes. I think the like it's a great pairing. So I was really glad to try the collection. The artwork is so beautiful. So I'm gonna show you the looks that I did, and I'm gonna find you at the end of the video to give you my full review. Okay, so I'm gonna start my first look with the beautiful Pigments of the Arcane and Sinful Echoes palette and collection, actually. So I'm starting with the shade Merc Spell. I take it on a big fluffy brush. This one is from Cinch Beauty. I don't remember the number of it, I'm sorry. And I'm going little by little because I'm not sure of the formulation of the shadows. So it's going on pretty well. I'm as I said, taking it slowly, for I don't want it to be too pigmented and not be able to blend it afterwards. So because it's a transition shade, so I don't want to put too much. I really enjoy this shade. This is really the kind of shade that I like. Um, and yeah, you will see me use it multiple times in this video. Spoiler alert. Then I'm taking the shade Races. I'm sorry, I'm not sure I'm saying this right. I hope I hope I am. I think it might be a another language word because it has an accent on the I. Well, whatever. Um, and I'm going quite slowly as well. I don't want to put too much. And I can tell that it's not the most pigmented eyeshadow. It's beautiful. I really, really love the color of it. As with every other shade in this palette, I will repeat myself. I'm sorry in advance. Um, but it's buildable, as you can see. It will not go deeper than that. At least I couldn't make it deeper. Maybe if I try to put this one first and then I put on lighter shades, it would be darker. But I still enjoy this depth, and I really enjoy the color. Then I'm taking the shade Elevate and I put it in my inner corner. I'm not the biggest fan of pastels usually, but I think this one is beautiful. It's a great addition with the color story, so I'm really happy with it. And then after I put my NYX glitter primer, I take the shade Reverie, which is very, very fine and very reflective, as you can see. It's really, really beautiful. Um, And this was one of the shades that I wanted to try first because it's, as I said, quite fine. And usually, fine eyeshadows like this one don't really last well on my hooded, oily eyelids. So I just wanted to try it first, and it went really well with the look that I was doing here. So it's applying really beautifully. I have no problem whatsoever with it. And then I take the shade Fable in the inner corner, in the inner part of my eye, and it's very beautiful. It's not as fine as the Reverie shade, but it's still fine, I think, but not too much. Like not as fine, I will say. And this color is really, really well chosen. You will see me use it multiple times as well. This is the final look. It's quite simple, but I really enjoy it. I think it's, yeah, I have nothing bad to say about it. I really enjoy it. This is an update in the middle of the day. I'm sorry, the lighting is not good at all. You will see better in a few seconds, but it's okay-ish. Let's say that. Um, and this is the end of the day. And as you can see, the mattes didn't really move. The shimmer didn't fall out. The shimmers that you can see on my cheeks, it's my highlight. It's my highlighter. It's not the shadows. But here, the shade Reverie really did like it went into my crease, and as it is a quite dark shade, you can really see it. So yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of that, but I was expecting it. For my second look, I'm taking the shade Merkspell again. So here I'm not as shy as yesterday because, well, I know how it applies. And I want it to be more intense anyway because I'm not exactly using it as a transition shade as I was yesterday. As you can see, I'm really applying it on all of my lid and also in my crease. Um, and yeah, I really enjoy this shade. This is the kind of shade that I will have a lot of use for. And I also put this on my lower lash line, as you can tell. And then I'm taking the shade Eternal, and I'm gonna put it like on my lash line, and I'm gonna diffuse it a little bit into the Merkspell shade. I really wanted to pair both of these together. I thought that they would look beautiful together, and yeah, I really think they do. Um, I'm also blending this on my lower lash line. I think this color pairs quite well with my lipstick of the day, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the Unearthly Cosmetics and Courtney Quarantine collaboration lipstick in the shade Eternal. I think that's the one. Then I put my NYX Glitter Primer and I take the single shade from the collection in the shade Alluring, which was also one that I wanted to try in the beginning because it's just as fine as the Reverie shade. So yeah, this is one shade that I'm quite afraid of formula-wise. It applies really beautifully. It's a beautiful color and it's quite unique. I think it's like a plum, but it's not. It's not like very reflective at all. It's it's not a satin either. It has some sparkles, but the sparkles are quite well. There are some actual um, plum or aubergine sparkles. Some are like pink. It's really beautiful, but it's not very reflective. Um, but I think it still makes sense in this collection because I think it gives a sort of witchy vibe being this dark. Then I'm taking the shade Ancient, and this will be my inner corner, but I also put it a little bit upwards, as you can tell. Um, I wanted to give a little bit more light to my look because, well, I'm going to work after this, so I don't really want it to be too dark, even though my lips are very dark. But yeah, so this is the final look. I really enjoy this. I think it's it's still simple but a little bit different. It really has a witchy vibe, in my opinion, and I really love this lipstick. Then this is the end of the day, and well, as I was quite expecting, the shadow moved in my crease just as the Reverie shade from yesterday, and as it is as dark, you can really see it. Sometimes I feel like when shimmer creases, if it's very sparkly, you can't tell that much, but as this one is not, you can really tell. This is my third look. I didn't film it. I don't remember if it's because I didn't have time or I simply did not want to film. So I'm just gonna explain you what I did. It's very simple. I just went in the blue row and I added the shade Fable in my inner corner. So yeah, it would not have been the most exciting to look at anyway, but I'm really liking this result. Um, this blue is beautiful. I'm talking about the dark blue, which is called Nocturne. Uh, but the shimmer, everything, I'm really loving this. This is the kind of blue that I really like. And this is the middle of the day, no problem. And this is the end of the day. And as you will see when I zoom in, it's looking still very good in my opinion. Oop, okay. um, yeah, the the shade are just as intense as in the beginning of the day, still as sparkly. I didn't notice fallout during the day, and as you can see, it did not crease at all, which is so impressive. I'm yeah, I'm really happy about this, and I'm quite excited as you can tell. I actually I'm quite happy that I started with the two shimmers that I was like on the fence about, and you will see all the other shadows I know I can trust. I just want to give you another update, which is later in the night, just after I went to a sports class. I'm doing a sort of CrossFit class, and I sweat a lot. This did not move. You can see just under my brow that there are some black on it, and this is my mascara that goes away because I'm really sweaty. And the eyeshadow did not move at all. It's so impressive. I'm really impressed. Then for our fourth look, I'm taking the shade Timeless on a fluffy blending brush. I'm not always using beiges like this in my palettes, but I think that in this one it has its place, um, because like I could have gone very neutral still with this palette, even though it's quite colorful, but it's like a neutral colorful. I I don't know how to explain it in another way, but I think it has its place, and it can also be used to like tone down a colorful look if you are a beginner, I think. Here I just want to show you for all of my um, all of my video, the eyeshadow primer that I use is the Sigma one, like the sort of crayon. I think mine is in the shade Ignite. And I thought that the mattes were not the most easy to blend. So here I did my left eye without powder and my right eye with powder. So you're just gonna see the difference between blendability and pigmentation. So of course I noticed that it's more blendable on my right eye. Here it's the shade Eternal, and I'm going very fast. And on my red eye, I'm going little by little, but again, it's not really bad blending, but it's not the best. I'm sorry, I'm really used um, to other brands and formula, and like Unearthly, Titanium Foxes, Bella Beauty Bar. There are some really good matte formula that are so blendable, and this one is still blendable, just not as blendable as the ones that I mentioned, and there are others. I just think that this might be what the brand has to focus on, because you will see, but I don't really have anything bad to say about the shimmers. um, I hope that you can tell here that my right eye, so the one that's on your left, was really easier to blend. It was really quicker, but it's not as pigmented as on the other side. It's not really much, but the blendability, I think it is quite obvious. So do what you want with that information. I'm then taking the shade Aligned, and I put it like in the inner half of my crease, because I want that when I put my shimmer on, it appears above it. I hope I make sense. You will see what I mean when the eye look is done. And same thing. I was quite surprised, but I think this one is not the most blendable. Maybe it's because of the placement, but yeah, it's what it is. This color looks much darker on me than it looks in the palette, so just be aware of that. I still really enjoy the finish of it. And then I take the shade Elevate and I put it in the inner part, in the inner corner and in the inner half of my lower lash line. And after I put my NYX glitter primer, I take the single in the shade Vert de Lune, which was the one that I was the most excited about, and for good reasons. It's really so very beautiful. Like, it's this emerald green that goes to a like aubergine color. You can see it on my other eye when I close it, of course, that it goes in this other color. It's so beautiful. And just here I'm taking the shade Fable to connect um, the shimmer. Like, I I still want it to be a lighter in this area. Then I just put my cream eyeliner from Colourpop in the shade Be My BFF. I really think that it adds something to the look. And this is the final look. I really enjoy this one. I think this Vert de Lune shadow is so impactful and beautiful. I love this, and I'm very hopeful uh, because of its formula. This is an update in the middle of the day, and yeah, it did not move, so still hopeful. And this is the end of the day. My my lip combo did not last at all, because like it was a lip oil, so of course it did not. But my eyes, as you can tell, it really it lasted so well. I'm so happy. My face is still very oily. I'm showing you this to help you realize how greasy my skin gets, and usually my eyelids are just as oily, but that just adds to the victory of no creasing with a shimmer eyeshadow. So I'm so very happy about this. This is beautiful and it lasts. Yeah. Then I'm taking the shade Aligned, and this time I'm doing a sort of shape. um, I want it like in the outer half of my lid, and I want to point it a little bit towards the outside. The, I'm sorry if my words are not like very precise. You're gonna see what I'm doing. Um, really enjoying this shade. I think that it looks a little bit lighter here than in the other look. Maybe it was like the placement or the fact that there was another shadow underneath. I don't know. But I really enjoy it. It blends quite well. Oh, also, just after I did the other look with both eyes, like one eye with no powder on my lid and the other one with powder on my lid. Now every looks are with powder on my lid, just so you know. Here I'm using the shade Nocturne, and I want to create a sort of wing, um, like not really a wing, but shape a wing-ish. And blue and orange is not a combo that I really do often, and I actually really enjoy it. And I thought that this palette was the perfect occasion to do so. And I think it goes quite well. Um, you will see later, as I'm going to work after this, I don't have the most time to blend it the way that I want, but I will come back later to sort of fix it. After I put my next glitter primer on, I take the shade Siren, which is another single from the collection. To be honest, this is not my kind of shade. I would not have bought this on my own, but I did buy the whole collection, so I got this with. And it's a it's a beautiful formula. It's the same formula as the other ones that I like for the moment, like the eclectic one and the Vert de Lune. And yeah, I can't say that it's not beautiful. It is beautiful. Little bit of fallout, but because I just put too much on my finger. Then I'm taking the shade Ancient, and this will be my inner corner. And it's the same formula as the eclectic shade, so I think that they work quite well together. I don't have any problems with that. And this is the final look. As I said, I'm not that happy with the blending of the mattes. It's a little bit messy. It's like a 50-50 fault between the eyeshadow formula and the time that I had. Some shadow really work themselves, but for these I needed more time to work them. This is an update in the middle of the day, and same thing, the matte did not move and the shimmers did not move. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. It did not crease, there is no fallout that I can see, and yeah, it's just this little matte issue as you can see, there is still some mascara on my lid because, as I said, I was in a rush this morning, so I did not even take the time to fix that. So yeah, I'm just gonna work a little bit on the mats, but yeah, I'm not gonna do too much. I don't want to overdo it, and like, it's okay. Sometimes your makeup cannot be always perfect, so my coworkers really don't mind. So it's okay. I still enjoy this. Maybe I will recreate it, but by taking my time. And this is the middle of the day, and same thing. It didn't really move. Still just as reflective as in the beginning of the day, which I'm quite impressed with all of these shadows. It's still very reflective. Oh, sorry, the camera is not really focusing. It might be too too sparkly. So it did move a tiny bit on my crease, but it's like just a small bit. And as you can see, I just tap it and it's almost back to perfect. So yeah, I still give points for this, and it's still very beautiful. Like you can't tell here. Then for my sixth look, I'm taking the shade Aligned again. I'm quite happy because actually I used this shade 3 times, and the 3 times that I used it, it was for a different use, like different placement. So yeah, I'm happy to show the versatility of some shadows. And here it's blending quite well. It's okay. It it's not it's not adhering perfectly on my lid, but as I did powder it, it can happen. So yeah, I'm just intensifying it a little bit where I need to. And then I take the shade Races, and I'm putting this in my outer corner. I really enjoy this green and orange combo. This is one that I really enjoy to do. And actually, this green shade, I really enjoy the tone of. Even though it's not the most pigmented, as I said, I still really do enjoy this. Then I'm just taking the other brush that I used for the aligned shade, and I'm just going back and forth between the two of them until I'm really happy with the blend. On this day, I'm really taking my time because it's my day of work, and that's why the blend is better than in the other videos. Um, because of course I don't have the same amount of time to work on them, so that's why I really enjoy the finish of these mattes. And then I'm taking the shade Mithril from the single collections, and yeah, it's so reflective. This is a sort of gray that goes a little bit like it has a sort of green undertone. It's really hard to describe, and it's so beautiful. As you can tell, it's so pretty. I don't own a lot of grays because I don't like, when I say gray I mean like silvers like these, but it's so beautiful, and I really enjoy the the way that it looks with the mattes that I chose. I'm just here blending the edges because I don't want any harsh lines, as I used it with my finger, and it blends beautifully. I'm just taking the shade Fable that is going to go in my inner corner. And same thing, I think that both of these really blend together beautifully. Like the you can tell that the color is different, but it's still very harmonious, I think. And then I take the shade Ancient, and I'm going very little by little. You will see me go again in the pen multiple times because I really don't want to put too much. I don't want it to be like the main focus. I just want to add a little touch. So on my lower lash line and in the upper part, and you will see I'm really happy with the results. I want to kind of sheer it out. I just want the sparkles, sort of. I love this like cold and warm combo, and this is the final look, which I really really love. I I'm really enjoying this one. I To be honest, I really enjoyed most of these. Um, like I really did, and I think this whole collection really, like, it has its own vibe, and I'm really here for it. A little close up. I love how everything is blended here. So really, when you take the time, it really pays off with these. This is the end of the day. So my lipstick did move a little bit, but on my eyes, it did not move at all. It's still just as beautiful. There is a little mark on my temple, but I think it's just because I just touched my temple. But my eyes are just as beautiful as when I did them. Okay, so I hope you liked all the looks that I did. I tried to do several different things, of course, as usual, but I think that with the vibe of the palette, it always remained kind of dark, which I love. I actually kind of knew this was the vibe, and it's a choice as well. I could have done something more light, but I chose not to. Because I think that with the vibe of the palette of Pigments of the Arcane, it's kind of a witchy vibe that I wanted to stick with this palette, so that's what I chose to do. And also, I think that with the variety of shimmers, these ones, the top ones, like this, um, the shimmers are dark or mid-tone. Only this one is very light, but I only used it as a inner corner, and this one I think is like lighter. I think that the mithril one, the one that I'm using, the gray one, is lighter, but it's not like very very light for somebody that's like, I think that for most people it's still more mid-tone than light. So just be aware of that. If you like to have more light shimmers, maybe you will miss them in this collection, but I didn't. So let me just first talk about the color story. I think it's a beautiful color story. I really drawn to it at first. So I think that it's very cohesive as usual. We have the layout of Sinful Echoes. All of these, like this is very autumnal, so it really works together. It's very earthy tones and it works. Adding the blue, I think, is a really smart idea because it gives it a little bit more versatility. It's a little bit more interesting, and you can really mix and match. I love pairing blue with orange. I think it pairs well with the green as well, and playing with the is it burgundy? Yeah. So very beautiful color story for the overall color. With the shimmers, I think it's beautiful as well. And with here the ones from the singles, this one Alluring plays really well with the burgundies, also with the greens. I think Verdelune here, beautiful shade. I was really drawn to this one. Plays really well, of course, with the greens, but as well beautifully with the burgundies, with the orange as well. I didn't try it with the blue, but I think it could make a really cool look. The Mithril one, which is the one I'm wearing right now, it's a grey, so it pairs with pretty much everything. I love it with this look, so a really smart choice as well. And the last one, Siren. I personally paired it with the blues. I don't know how well it would pair with the other ones. I think it would be beautiful with the greens, but I'm not sure with the other ones. I will have to try it. So really beautiful, and I think it's a very smart and interesting color story. It's like not boring and what you would expect. So I really love that. Now for the formula, starting with the mattes. These are not the easiest mattes to work with. All of them are not the same as well, I have to say. I'm sorry, I don't know what to do with that mirror. Yeah, okay. The eyeshadow primer that I'm using at the moment is the Sigma one. It is it's not greasy, but it's not dry after I apply it. And for the looks that I did at first, I just put it on my lid and then went on with the eyeshadows. And as you saw in one of the looks, I decided to do that, and on one lid, and on the other lid I put powder on my lids, and I thought that it went on more beautifully, more easily, like it blended better. And for the rest of the looks, that's what I did. So meaning that I think that these are not the easiest to work with, because they are not the easiest to blend. And I'm saying this, it's not for every color. I know that the orange one that I used today, I think it's very easy to use, but it's not the case with all of them. So what I would advise for you, if you want to try it and you struggle with the way of using it, is powdering your eyeshadow base, and maybe go from dark to light, because I thought that depending on the way that I did my makeup, the order that I did it, the dark shadows were not the most pigmented, but it really depended. Like maybe sometimes I wasn't paying that much attention. Like today, I think it's intense enough, but I had to go back into the pen multiple times, and it's not really a problem. But I know that if I'm in a rush, which happens quite often in the morning when I go to work, this might not be the palettes that I go for at first. I still really enjoyed playing with it, And I'm really glad that now I know that it goes better when I put powder on top of my eyeshadow primer, because in my first looks I thought it was not the easiest to work with, but because I didn't powder my eyeshadow base. So that's for the mattes. Then for the shimmers, as I said, it's not the first time that I try the brand, so I already kind of knew what I thought about them. So there are several different formulas. The first one that I'm gonna talk about is the one for Reverie and Alluring. Both of these are very fine, like very fine. It's beautiful, but unfortunately, as all of the other very fine eyeshadows that I have tried in my life, they don't last on my lids, because my lids are kind of hooded and kind of oily. So yeah, these ones don't last on me, unfortunately. If you don't have any problems with creasing, these are beautiful. I'm bummed that these don't work for me, because I think these are really beautiful shades. But that's what it is. Then the shade Fable is not as fine as these two. It's a little bit more not fine. I used it only in my inner corner. I think it's what it's here for, and it's beautiful. Very, very smart choice for the color of this, because it's a very light green blue, very light, so it pairs really well with everything. Beautiful, beautiful choice. And as I said, I only used it in my inner corner, so it didn't crease. On one look, I think it got like to here and it creased on this part. So this is not the anyway, this is not a color that I would use on all of my lid, but I think that if I did use it on all my lid, it would crease. I think, but I can't really assure you this. And then the other ones are pretty much the same formula, not exactly, but in the same, realm. So they are not that fine. So I'm talking about Ancient, Eclectic, and Siren, Mithril, and Vert de Lune. And I love these very much. I really, really do. As you can see, Mithril didn't move today. I think that when I used Vert de Lune, it didn't move either. Siren either. I think that when I used Ancient, it moved a little bit, but it was really okay after after the long day that I had. And as I said, I struggle with creasing with most brands. So when a eyeshadow stays quite well, it's still a victory. So for all of these, except, as I said, Reverie and Alluring, I'm really, really happy with all of these. So yeah, I know that these ones I can wear all day, and I will be happy of the way that it looks at the end of the day, which is quite exciting. So overall, I'm still really happy that I tried this collection. It's a beautiful collection. I think it really fits the vibe of Pigments of the Arcane. So I think she really did a beautiful job with this collection. Maybe if when I use it again, if I really struggle with one of the shade, I will just change it, because it's a magnetic palette. I don't want to, but yeah, this is not my favorite matte formula. It's still really usable, as you saw me using it. I really enjoyed the looks that I did, but I think that the brand can, if they have something to work on, that would be the matte formula, which is the case with many brands. Like many brands like really focus on the shimmers, and they have really beautiful shimmers. But I think that the matte formula could be improved a little bit. And I will be here to test again more palettes from the brand, because I really like their vibe. I really love their color story. I really love their shimmers. So I really want to support this brand, which is a smaller brand. And yeah, if I really want to still support them. That's what I want to say. Thank you so very much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful to you. If it was, don't hesitate to put a little thumb up. Do you want this palette? Do you have it? Are you hesitating to get it? I I still recommend it. I would not really recommend it to a beginner, but if you know what you're doing with eyeshadows, and you think that this color story will fit your vibe, I don't think you will be disappointed. Just know that it's a formula that you have to work a little bit longer than some others. Like maybe comparing to like Blend Bunny or Bella Beauty Bar or Gourmand Girls, these ones you have to work a little bit more. That's what I mean. So yeah, don't hesitate to comment on all of these questions under the video, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. Bye!